It's Ed Drost here, and we're doing a question and answer with Kim Hui, the legendary Kim Hui, unlocking potential, a journey through network marketing. So this I was very fortunate to meet Kim up in New Jersey at an event, and Kim is just a very dynamic woman, amazing. What she's done in the network marketing space is unbelievable, and she's uh, doing it again with three proactive wellness. So you can check out what we're doing at wellnessbrandambassador.com. So we're just going to let Kim go, and we have a couple of questions to ask her as we go through this presentation.
Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to our Empowerment Tuesday. So this is Kim Hui coming to you live from the mountains of Taiwan. I am currently in the forests in Taiwan, and this has been a pilgrimage. I've been away from home for the last almost 5 days from being a month. And so going from hotel to hotel to hotel. And the reason why I say it's a pilgrimage is it's very rare in a lifetime that you have the opportunity to create something that's of an impact and to have the opportunity to come back down and to do it all over again. And so I was having lunch with a friend who was quite connected in this space, in this industry, and he's from the corporate world. He actually consults for different companies in our space. And he had posed a question, and I found it quite intriguing. And he was saying, Kim, how does it feel like to be an entrepreneur again? And the way I look at it, and what he said was, he goes, you know what, Kim, if you can duplicate your success, other people can too. And so that brought on to me on this whole journey of pilgrimage, in that, a lot of people had, I would say a lot, in our world, in the space that we were in, had saw us did what we did, creating a multi-billion-dollar brand from scratch. And so this time around, we have the opportunity to actually to come back down and to show how it's done again. Okay, so this is rare, because to do a second time in a lifetime, it's very rare. And obviously, a lot of people say, we're building a $1 billion company, we're a $1 billion project. But what does it really take to build a $1 billion project? That is an art, to come back down and do it again. If there's something of saying it, and believing it. Believing's right here, in my opinion. Believing it and doing it, right? So that's why there's a group of us that actually, it's a couple of my friends. We've been on tour for so far now over 3 weeks. Really, truly creating change and driving change and making an impact in different communities. So with that, I'm going to get started. And the reason that came about is because I thought, this is a perfect time to do the Empowerment Tuesday on this talk. Is that when we're building this project brand new, in my 31-year career, why is it that people gravitate and levitate and drive success, and why some don't? And let me and I think that starts with the right perception. And so maybe what I could do is kind of dive in and kind of to demystify or the old saying of how money are made. I think that's very important to have the right understanding, because the perception, to question all the things that we were taught, but to look at why is it that some people do it, some people make it, some people don't. And so let's evaluate the old myth, right? The old saying that time is money. That perhaps most of us, living whatever years you have lived, you've heard about that, either from our parents, from society, from your grandparents. Time is money. Why is that? Why is that? Why do people say time is money? It's an old saying, but have we ever really evaluated that the truth to that, right? And so maybe why that was said. And so let's examine how most people up to this point, how they go and create money, how they make money, how most people make money, right? So let's take a look at it. So I would say there's three major types of ways that people make money, okay? Number one is people that have a job, okay? So for people that have a job, what do they get? Every hour they worked, they get the dollar, right? So it's time and money. So to work a job, what does it require? It requires time and, time and effort, okay? So for your hourly wage, for most people that work a job, they got hourly wage. It doesn't matter, if they're getting 30 bucks an hour, 50 bucks an hour. And so times number of hours they work, that's called time and effort. Then you make money, right? So that's a type one, that's a job, right? So for some people, maybe they have saved enough money, or maybe they have inheritance, right? Or maybe they borrow money from the bank, okay? So they have bigger dreams, bigger goals. So they started their own business. So the second way to make money is starting their own business. I don't know, either become an independent contractor or actually have a storefront business. Now, so when you have your own business, how are money made? You have to invest money into your business. You have to invest time and effort. Okay, so that's a number two way making money. Now, for number three, for those people that have built some cash flow, they have enough money, and then they go, well, I want to have my money make money for me. Okay, so that's how money I made, right? I want to I have the extra money, extra cash flow. I'm going to invest it, so I have the money make money for me. So that's a type number three, right? So money begets money, money makes money, right? So the third way of making money is what does it take? It takes money, right? So to sum it up, the three types: type one, a job. The job takes time and effort, right? Time and work, right? To create money. Number two, business, investing money, time, and efforts. Okay. Number three, it takes money. So doesn't matter what model it is, that 99% people are in this world, the way in which they make money, it takes time, effort, and money. Okay. So these are three ingredients. These are three key ingredients, if you were to, bake this cake called money, it takes these three things, right? So that's why people say the old saying, and I believe is that time is money, because it takes time, effort, and money to make money. Now, so how do people become wealthy? How do we disrupt this model?
Yeah, so that's Kim in her first part, just talking about money, talking about working time for dollars, getting to a point where your money's earning money, or you can leverage a system like network marketing. And so Kim's going to answer, in what ways does mindset specifically have the right perception and belief influence success in network marketing? So, like I said, Kim, very dynamic woman. She's done this once before, built a $1 billion company, and she decided to come back and do it again. So exciting. Like I said, she's just got the energy and the beliefs. When you're in a room with her, you understand why she's going to go and do it again. So here she is answering this question.
This model that we were taught, okay, to take time, effort, money. Okay, now we all, us as human beings at this time, okay, we all got 24 hours a day. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor, you're an attorney, billing at $1,000 an hour. There's only limited time that we each have every day. And there's so many hours that we can work every day. So these resources are limited to us. But how wealth are created, wherever you're making this model, time, money, efforts, whatever these three things are, it's limited resources. Well, what if there's a model that allows us to group our resources so we can magnify the time that we have, the resource and money that we have, and the efforts that we put in? Okay, so if you're able to magnify that, to multiply that, that's how wealth is created. And so just like, I think that this calls global, but for those of us that grew up and lived in North America, especially in America, we understood this saying. The first documented billionaire in the United States by the name of J. Paul Getty. And he said it best. He says he rather have 1% effort from 100 different individuals than 100% effort from himself. That is leverage. That is how you build wealth. You build abundance by leveraging the resources around us. Just like people that own a home. If you don't own your home outright, you have to finance, right? You have to borrow money. When you borrow money, you're leveraging the resources from banks, from other people to build something for yourself or to have something for yourself. So the reason why I took time to share that is because the right perception of what it is important, especially when this world's unraveling. We're unraveling this world. There's so many myths and so many truth, so many beliefs systems that might not be true, but we need to have discernment. We need to learn to question those paradigms, those programs that were introduced to us. And so that's why I want to take time. After 31 years traveling around the globe, I want to share this. Okay.
So how does leveraging resources through a peer-to-peer platform like the 3 opportunity magnify individuals' efforts and disrupt traditional wealth creation models? So Kim's going to answer these questions. Like I said, she's been going back and forth, but she's going to tell you the power of leverage and a peer-to-peer platform like 3's global e-commerce platform.
So what if there's a platform that will allow us to group the resources? So what type of platform offers that? I think there's something very prominent that took place in the last decade, and that's called sharing economy, or also known as peer-to-peer economy. Well, what does that mean? Well, in a peer-to-peer economy or in a sharing economy, there's got to be, it's a trifold, okay? So I done my homework just in case I couldn't get the technology to work. Okay, this is it, okay? Peer-to-peer economy, okay? So in a peer-to-peer economy, there's got to be a platform, right? A platform, and there's got to be participants and customers. Now, let me explain. What does it really mean? I think there's something that most of us are familiar with in this time and age, okay? Something called Uber, Lyft, Airbnb, okay? So in the past, when you have a car, when you have a vehicle, before all this new peer-to-peer came about, when you have a car, that's only good for you to go transporting yourself, going from point A to point B, right? But because of technology, because there's a provider, a platform, that will allow us to participate in the economy in the past that was only available to maybe taxi drivers or public transportations. You now can participate in that economy. Same thing. If you have a home, you have extra bedroom or a back house that you wanted to rent it out and share it with other people, okay? Through a platform, you're able to participate in the economy in the past, whereby it's only available for hotels, motels, and hospitality. But now you can participate in that economy. And so I wanted you to understand that. And so in the example of an Uber or Airbnb, okay, so Uber will be the platform, okay? Participants, if you want to be an Uber driver, you are a participant of that, okay? And then you have a customer who needs a ride. Okay, so that's a peer-to-peer economy. Now, so what do we have here? We have the platform. The platform is 3, okay? The participants, you and I, as entrepreneurs, to share in this economy, okay? In this wellness space. At the same time, we have customers and consumers who consume our products. But here's where the disruption happens, okay? In the past, in businesses, it's really going from B, a business, to a C, to a customers, okay? But, in most businesses, I don't care what business school you go to, it's about 2 things. Not about 2 things. The means, right? They wanted to increase their customer base and they want to increase their bottom line, their profits, right? Most businesses have these two major goals: increase the customer base, market share, and number two, profits. Okay, well, here's where the disruption happens with our peer-to-peer platform, okay, or this sharing economy, is that we're able to empower consumers to become a participant. So they can go get more customers, and they can also enroll more participants to build a business. And so, and the beautiful thing of that, if you have an Uber driver, you're limited geographically to wherever your car is, your vehicle is, and your customer is. Well, in this global space with the advance of technology and the internet, that we're able to participate currently in 15 countries and territories. And so that is the power. And so because in order for us to drive change, okay, having the right perception is important, okay? So I just explained about the perception of what this model is. I think we as entrepreneurs, we need to upgrade our terminology. A lot of times people don't understand this space. They will label it as whatever that their old belief system were about what this is. I think we as entrepreneurs first have to understand, have the right perception of what this model is, okay? And then because with the right perception, it will have the right belief system, okay? And the third part is you gotta have the right action, okay? So in order to drive change, okay, you gotta have the right perception, okay? The right belief that you could do it, okay? Because, having the right perception, with the right perception comes the right belief. With the right belief comes with the right action, okay? So we're gonna go over that in a little bit of what that is. So in this business, we gotta have very mindful practice, okay? Mindful practice means, oh, this looks good, like Versace Plus. Okay, good thoughts. Okay, so mindful practice. Every day we got to have good thoughts. Okay, and this is something that universities, societies, we were never taught. Okay, but thoughts have power. Okay, it truly does. So every day you think of good thoughts, you manifest good thoughts. And also you got to be mindful. The ego mind is very, very tricky. Sometimes it can be. Whatever decision you choose, your mind will find reasons, excuses to justify the mean. Let's say that if you made it or you choose not to do it, you will have 1,000 reasons why you don't want to do it. Or if you resolved to get something done, all you need is one reason.
And how can embracing the concept of sharing economy empower consumers to become participants? We kind of heard part of that, to become participants. And what implications does this have for personal and collective growth within the three opportunity? So Kim kind of has gone over that a little bit in the last part, and she'll probably finish it up in this part, but we're going to head on back on over.
Why you want to do it. Okay, so have good thoughts, okay? Because, every day as we live our lives, sometimes the ego mind comes in and tricks you. You go, well, yeah, you don't need to do that. No, I'm not having that today. Not ever, okay? So having good thoughts, okay? Good thoughts free. The thing is you are in control of those thoughts, okay? All right, now, and then the second thing is good practice. What does it mean by good practice? A lot of times when you go on this journey, that, as you go on a sorting process, the way I look at this whole thing is a sorting process. You are sorting through the participant that want to say yes, okay? So good practice means that, I think there are many incredible business builders that talk about it. You got to go through your sorting process so fast, so quick, so that you get to your next yes. A good practice, in my opinion, means flow, okay? Don't get stuck on the nose. Some people have what I call the FDS syndrome, okay? So
Yeah, sorry about that. So what strategies does the speaker propose for overcoming obstacles like FDS or frequent digress syndrome to maintain focus and achieve one's goals in the network marketing journey.
DS, okay? It's frequent digress syndrome. What do I mean by that? When you have someone that said no to you, or when something that challenging happened to you, we digress. We digress and go on a whole maze journey and got ourselves into that whole path. Like, oh, why did you say no? Or I didn't make it because of this, or because this. We digress. And in life, too often times, people don't flow, they digress. They go back to whatever distraction, okay? Don't get distracted by rank. Don't get distracted by stuff. When you know what you want, all you need is one right reason why you want to do this, okay? So get over the FDS syndrome, okay? Flow to your next yes. And, it's like life, right? There's peaks and valleys, right? Our emotions, there's peaks and valleys, okay? So when you are in the valley, what you want to do is step on the gas and get the heck out of that valley, okay? So some people, the FDS is like people park in the valley. Don't park in the valley. As you're going there pursuing your dream, when things don't go your way, learn to think about good thoughts. Nurture yourself, self-care. Nurture yourself with good thoughts. And think about the things that you wanted to accomplish, you wanted to achieve. What does it give you fulfilling? What does it give you meaning? What does it give you purpose? Things that actually feeds your heart, okay? And flow to the next one, okay? Now, action, good action, okay? So what does it mean by good action? Good action simply means understand what is it you want and doing the things, the activities that will generate the result you want. So in this business, for example, we're sorting for the yeses. When the people said yes to the opportunity, then we're going to plug them into the system, teach them what to do. But the process of sorting the yeses, the process, so it starts with your intention, okay? So the action, good action means good intention. And so what do I mean by that? The way I have built my career, my business, this is my intention. The way I look at the platform is that I have a gift to share, especially in the times we're living in right now. A lot of changes unraveling around the world. So we have a gift, a platform that can offer to those who are ready. So when you have a gift to share, you got to find out what is it that the people you're talking to, what is it they're looking for? The last 3.5 weeks, traveling to different, I don't know how many countries I've been and how many cities I've been. Sometimes I might be in a car passing by and watching some people working on the roads, on ditches, in some little less developed places, I see people selling items on the streets, and like every other stand, they sell the same thing, and I'm like, wow, what it just make me question, did they choose to be a ditch digger? Did they choose that? So like I look at the life that I get to live, I get to share, and yet I watch some of the people suffering. And so I can't just walk up and say, hey, you want 3, you want an opportunity. So you gotta, when the moment is right, you gotta connect with that person. What is it you're looking for? How long you been doing this? Are you happy doing it? And so when you care enough about what is it they are looking for, then you have a gift to share. Okay. So that's the whole intention, is going out and sharing. Now, I understand in the process of sharing, there are some people that, because of whatever they've been through in their life, they might not be open at the moment, or they might not even be positive. That's fine. As long as your intention is pure, that you got to flow to the next one, flow with it. Because that's why I don't take it personal. When people say no to me, I do not take it personal, not for 1 second, because I have a gift to share. If I have a gift to share, I mean, this is part of the gift, right? So I have a gift to share. If they say no to it, no harm done. I'm going to find those who are ready for the blessings, who are ready to embrace change. So that's good action. Don't park in the valley. Do not have this FDS, okay, frequent digress syndrome, okay? So let's get over it. Now, in that entire process, obviously, everybody has, it's an individual journey. It sounded so.
So yeah, so now Kim's going to talk about the individual journey, and she mentions our upline or my business partner Wes and myself are working with Christine Peterson directly, and she does a fantastic. Christine's 80 years young, still working hard. She's done this before, but she's back doing it again, which is exciting. So Kim talks about Christine and Tracy Bonds and Jessica Johnson, who have been in the network marketing space and are doing fantastic things in 3 Wellness.
Doesn't it? On the surface, on the flow. But behind that flow, behind that action, behind that work, it is an individual journey. An individual journey where we get to tap in and not let the egoic mind, our like the emotion, the reaction to the emotion. Why did they say that? Did they say no to me? Did they reject me? Not having that, not having that. Okay. So, but it's a journey, it's an individual journey. When you know what you want, don't digress. Don't get distracted. Okay. Just move towards flow to the next yes, flow to the next yes. Focus on the people that you have. If you haven't found the right one yet, continue on the dance. We literally have people. Now, when you see people are up ranking, they go, oh my gosh, they become a 4-star, a 5-star. Whatever they become, most of us are not privy to the behind the scene, the inner growth that that person have done, or the work that they have done. I have literally seen people have sat on being a 3-star pro for a year, for months and months and months, until they find the right person. Then they rank up to a 4-star, to a 5-star. Okay. So case in point. Okay. Just real quick. I mean, you know, and I want to bring this out by what I mean by flow and practice. Continue on that dance. You know, many of you heard that story. I mean, maybe not many of you. It doesn't matter. So I think you heard about. I think in the last Tuesday Empowerment Tuesday call, or one of the Empowerment Tuesday calls, that you heard the 4 ladies. You know, I mean, the 3 ladies: Christine Peterson, Tracy Bonds, and Jessica Johnson. All these 3 ladies are legends in their own right. They're iconic figures. These are people that have done more than 8 digits in this industry. 8, okay? 8, and then 2 commas, okay? So 8 digits in space. When they started this platform called 3, okay? They started with just like everybody else, okay? And they work from a 1-star to a 2-star to a 3-star pro. They are doing their practice as a 3-star pro, maybe for a year. Now, I want you to think about that inner growth, that journey. Someone who has made 9 digits before, iconic figure, another platform, okay, in their previous career, a legend, but coming over here as a 3-star pro for a year or for months. Yet it didn't stop them. They continue to practice. They continue to flow. They continue to dance with this. Jessica Johnson finally hit 4-star. Okay. So, and Tracy Bonds hit 4-star. Now, I don't know how many months Jessica said as a 3-star pro, maybe a couple of months, a year, but it didn't stop them from leading. It didn't stop them from flowing and looking for the yes. Look at Christine Peterson. What an inspiration. 80 plus years young, driving, thriving. Didn't let the rank distract them, because this business, in order for us to get to where, you got to find the right people, to flow with the right people to get to what you want. So it is a journey. It is a pilgrimage and a whole entrepreneurship. So what I like to do is this. I like to share a chart with you. You know.
Yeah, Kim's going to share why timing crucial when joining a network marketing company, and how does understanding these stages impact an individual's potential for success? So uh, it's all about timing, where you're coming in, and whether you want to join or whatever it may be, but timing is important.
It remind because it was through a luncheon with this friend I told you about that he shared with me, and I really want to show it to you guys what it means by having done it before, but coming back out again, starting from scratch. So this is our past work of art. Okay, this is what we've done in the past. From 2009, we started in September, plus 3 months until the end of 2010. Okay, that's 1 year and a few months. We did that was a past work of art. We did 30 million. Then the following year, we did 65 million. Okay. Okay, there we go. You can see the numbers: 126, 259, 419, and then to $1 billion. Okay. So this is a graph. This is art. It's a piece of art that we've done. Now, get this. I really want you to get this. This is so importante. Okay, all right. Okay. Now, I think some of you, perhaps if you have followed this Empowerment Tuesday, perhaps you heard about it. 4 stages of growth. Okay. Now, the first stage, like any company, is called formulation. Second stage is called concentration. The third is called momentum. And the fourth is called stability. Okay. Now, I want you to look at something. This is what was taught. I heard about this. I learned about this, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago. Okay. So 20 somewhat years ago, I think. And so I learned about this. It's one thing of learning something from school, from theology, from theories, or from books, from textbooks, right? It's another of having the opportunity to actually building one. You learn a concept, but actually having the blessing and the opportunity of building one. Now, so in Dr. Charles King's studies, is when a company hits about 150 million-ish, okay, between 150 to 250 million, that's when a company hits momentum. When a company hits momentum, that means with or without you, it's going to skyrocket. Why? Because there's acceptance by the marketplace. There's acceptance and the market awareness. People heard about the brand, your story, the testimonial. There's acceptance in the general public. They go, oh, okay, this brand, it's good. Okay. So when a company hits momentum, it's going to go skyrocket. Okay. Now, we've lived that. So that was what was taught. And this is what took place. When we hit about between 150 to 200 million, it's on an upward trajectory. It's just numbers. So this, I hope you can see that. This is a path, our past work of art. Our first year, it's, I guess some leader has shared already. Our first year, we did 65 million, first year. Before, we did 30 mil, right? The previous work of art, we did 30 mil. But here, our first year, we did 65. So where are we now? I think we're about to enter concentration stage. Okay. A lot of people ask, when is the best time to participate? When is the best time to join? Well, obviously, the best timing, of course, in the beginning, but in our space, okay, 99% of the companies will fold within the first year. They don't make it past the first year. So we're really good. We're really blessed. The first year, we made it with flying color, okay? So first year, 65. So let's just say that you're on a trajectory, okay, where we're heading. Now, I believe we're heading to concentration. We're beginning the concentration, and maybe next year we'll go to a momentum phase. Now, obviously, there's no guarantee. I'm just talking about business concept here, okay? So here's the thing. I want you to understand something. Where do you suppose most of the wealth are created? I lived one. We lived through one, okay? Most of the wealth are created in the momentum phase. The momentum phase will last 4 to 6 years, okay? So this is the biggest ride. Now, people, when's the best time to come? I don't know. Depends on you. Some people want to come in the very beginning. I don't know if you have the stomach to come to get to be a pioneering spirits, to get in something in the beginning. Some people will join when the company hits momentum. Some people will join with the concentration stage. But question to you is, where would you like to be positioned? When would you like to start working? When would you like to begin to really tap into your true potential or doing something for you and your family? This is a question for you. And so, you could come in now and work now, or you can come in later. You can come in when we become a stable company, when we become a $1 billion brand. And so I hope that through these kind of sharing, that the conceptual sharing, that you have the right perception of what this is. Because this is no joke, guys. We're here. The world, there's changes, unprecedented change around the world with the economy, with all that's happening. So the reason why I took this trip, it's been 3 weeks away from home, going from hotel to hotel to hotels. So it's really about helping individuals, people, to make a change to themselves. And by doing so, to making an impact to the community, to make a positive impact, and to really bring hope and wellness to humanity. And so I hope you found this little sharing helpful. Wasn't very high tech, but I made it work with my pen and paper. And so the old school way. And so I would say this, finally, I would say this, there's just, and have this right understanding is important, okay? So there's 3 types of people. I will look at it, okay? And some of you heard that before. 3 types of people. First type of people are people who make things happen. Second type of people are people who watch things happen. The third type of people who don't know what happened. Okay, so I hope that, I don't know what category you are in, but I hope that you choose to be type 1, and let's make this happen. With that, thank you so much for tuning in on our Empowerment Tuesday. And I'm going to begin unpacking, and I'm going on my next stop, the final stop, and where I'm going to spend a couple of days in Kaohsiung, which is the most southern part of Taiwan. So have a great evening, everybody, a great morning. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, so wow, that was Kim Hui. She's amazing. So look, if you like to unlock your potential, do something bigger than yourself, join the 3 Global Wellness Movement. You can check us out at wellnessbrandambassador.com. Love for you to join me and my partner, Wes Wyatt, and the extraordinary, legendary Christine Peterson. I'll tell you what, it's never too late. Christine, like I said, she's 80, I think 1 year's young. So we're all, you could do this at any time. There's somebody was talking about Colonel Sanders started at 68 years old. Ray Kroc started in his 60s. So there's no time like the present. So if you're looking to unlock your potential, grow, and get yourself healthy with some of the best products in the world, I look forward to connect with my partner, Wes Wyatt, myself, Ed Drost, or our partner, Christine Peterson. So again, Ed Drost, look forward to connecting. And as always, you have a fantastic day. Check out wellnessbrandambassador.com.